ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the second episode of Cam's Gory Facts. Today I'm going to be telling you the 10 foul facts of the Spartan Empire. Number 1. Children were trained for fitness with running, wrestling, throwing quoits and javelins, and that was just the girls. Girls also had to strip for processions, dances and temple services. That way they wouldn't learn to show off with fine clothes. Number 3. The marriage custom of Sparta was for a young man to pretend to carry his bride off by violence. The bride then cut off her hair and dressed like a man. The bridegroom rejoined the army and had to sneak off to visit his new wife. Number 4. A newborn baby was taken to be examined by the oldest Spartans. If it looked fit and strong, they said, "Let it live." If it looked a bit sickly, it was taken up a mountain and left to die. Number 5. A child didn't belong to its parents, it belonged to the state of Sparta. At the age of 7, a child was sent off to join a herd of children. The toughest child was allowed to become a leader and order the others about. The old men who watched over them often set the children fighting amongst each other to see who was the toughest. Number 6. At the age of 12 they were allowed to cloak, but no tunic. They were only allowed a bath a few times a year. Number 7. Children slept on rushes that they gathered from the riverbank themselves. If they were cold in winter, then they mixed a few thistles in with the reeds. The prickling gave them a feeling of warmth. Number 8. The Spartan children were kept hungry. They were then encouraged to steal food. Sneakiness is a good skill if you're out on the battlefield. If they were caught stealing, they'd be beaten. They weren't beaten for stealing, you understand. They were beaten for being careless enough to get caught. Sometimes the young men were beaten just to toughen them. If the beating killed the youth, then it was just bad luck. Number 9. Older boys had younger boys to serve them. If the younger boy did something wrong, then a common punishment was a bite on the back of the hand. Number 10. If you cried out while you were fighting, then not only were you punished, but your best friend was punished as well. Of course, the savage Spartans were no worse than some of their enemies, such as the Scythians. The historian Herodotus from 485 to 425 BC described the horrors of the Scythians. In a war, it was the custom of Scythian soldiers to drink the blood of the first man he kills. The head of all the enemies killed in the battle were taken to the king. A head represents a token which allows the soldier to share in the loot. No head, no loot. He strips the skin off the head by making a circular cut around the ears and shaking out the skull. Then he scrapes the flesh off the skin with the ox's ribs, and when it is clean, works it supple with his fingers. He hangs these trophies on the bridle of his horse like handkerchiefs, and is very proud of them. The finest warrior is the one who has the most scalps. Many Scythians saw scalps together to make cloaks and wear them like the cloaks of a peasant. That was a quick video. Thank you for listening for the second episode of Cam's Gory Facts, to do with history, obviously.